Big breaking alert for all Iraqi Dinar, IQD, and Vietnamese Dong, VND holders. Something massive may be unfolding right now behind the scenes. According to multiple credible sources and fresh leaks from central bank insiders, we may be just hours away from a potential revaluation event. The one so many investors have been waiting for. Yes, you heard that right. Behind closed doors, powerful financial players are moving faster than anyone anticipated. And if these reports are accurate, we could be standing at the edge of one of the most significant currency events of our generation. Stay with me because in the next few minutes we'll unpack what was leaked, what it means for you as an investor, and whether this could truly be the long-awaited revaluation, RV, or just another false alarm. Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar News Today, the channel where we cut through the noise, bring you real updates, and help you stay one step ahead in the global currency market. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because when developments like this happen, you'll want to be the first to know. The breaking developments, what's really happening. Over the past week, reports have been flooding in from both Baghdad and Hanoi, two cities now at the center of extraordinary financial activity. Sources inside both nations, central banks claim officials have been holding marathon, late-night meetings for several consecutive nights. And here's the thing, these aren't just regular economic briefings. Multiple insiders say these meetings are focused on a potential adjustment to the exchange rates of both the Iraqi dinar and the Vietnamese dong. Even more shocking, the timeline being discussed is within the next 24 to 48 hours. That kind of accelerated schedule is virtually unheard of in modern finance. Some sources are calling it a monetary reset window, a phrase that instantly signals something massive, coordinated, and deliberate. Who's involved, and why that matters now, this isn't happening in isolation. Reports confirm that in those confidential meetings, either in person or via secure video link, were not only Iraqi and Vietnamese officials, but also representatives from the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the Bank for International Settlements, BIS. That's a major game changer. The IMF serves as the referee of global monetary policy. The BIS is often called the Bank of Central Banks. When both of those institutions show up at the same table, it's not about minor technical adjustments, it's about global coordination. That kind of presence usually signals preparations for a major monetary reform. Whether that's a revaluation, devaluation, or a broader systemic reset designed to rebalance global liquidity and prevent economic shocks. The press release that disappeared, but here's where it gets even more interesting. Late last night, a press release briefly appeared on an official Iraqi government website. Its language was surprisingly strong and revealing. It announced the finalization of currency reform procedures. For anyone tracking this story, that's like sounding the alarm bell. That phrase, finalization of currency reform procedures, is rarely, if ever, used unless a major event is imminent. Within an hour, that release was taken down. But by then, screenshots were circulating across financial groups, analysts' chats, and dinar forums worldwide. So the question becomes, was it a mistake? Was it posted too early? Or was it a deliberate signal to insiders that the go signal is coming soon? Whatever the reason, the timing of that mysterious post and its quick removal coincides with other strange activity across the region. Strange market movements and insider activity in the Gulf region. Exchange houses have reported unusually high demand for dinar, with private brokers struggling to keep up. Meanwhile, in Vietnam, state media has gone completely silent on any currency-related news, something analysts see as an attempt to manage public expectations ahead of a possible announcement. Even the Asian foreign exchange markets are behaving strangely. Over the past 48 hours, liquidity spikes, sudden spread changes, and large anonymous trades have all suggested that institutional investors are quietly positioning themselves ahead of something big. When you see multiple signals like that, central bank secrecy, global institutional coordination, and visible market tremors, it's not just rumor anymore. It's movement. The clock is ticking. Here's what makes this moment truly historic: the compressed timeline. Normally, a currency reform is introduced gradually, with public announcements, soft rollouts, and months of preparation. But this time, leaks suggest that the implementation could come within hours or days, not weeks or months. That's why the tension right now is off the charts. Holders of IQD and VND, many who have waited years, are glued to every whisper, every piece of intel, and every official update. If the revaluation happens, it won't just mean windfall profits. It could reshape entire economies, alter trade balances, and even shift the geopolitical landscape in both the Middle East and Southeast Asia. What a revaluation could mean, let's break down the potential impact. A stronger Iraqi dinar would immediately elevate Iraq's position in global oil negotiations. With increased purchasing power, Baghdad could negotiate better contracts, attract foreign direct investment, and reassert economic sovereignty after decades of instability. Meanwhile, a revalued Vietnamese Dong would supercharge Vietnam's growth story. For years, the Dong has been kept artificially low to maintain export competitiveness. But a revaluation would reflect Vietnam's true economic strength, rewarding years of careful management and making it a powerful rival to China in manufacturing and trade. This isn't just about exchange rates. It's about economic independence, regional power, and national pride. Hidden signs in the financial system, one of the biggest telltale signs of a major event is that private exchange platforms, the kind used by large institutional investors, have suddenly paused new orders. The official explanation: system maintenance or liquidity synchronization. But let's be real. Systems don't just all go offline across multiple platforms at the same time unless something serious is happening. The last time this happened was in 2015, right before a major currency adjustment that took traders by surprise overnight. What this likely means is two things. 1. Banks and platforms are preparing for a potential rate change. And 2. There's coordination behind the scenes to ensure a smooth transition once the switch is flipped. The tiered rollout theory, according to several analysts and insiders, if a revaluation does occur, it might not happen all at once. Instead, we could see a tiered rollout, where contract rates are offered first to large institutions, sovereign funds, and high-net-worth clients, often referred to as the whales. These early participants might have a 24 to 48-hour exclusive window to exchange at premium rates before the general public gains access at standard levels. It's a strategy designed to manage liquidity and market stability, ensuring that the financial system doesn't get overwhelmed in the first wave. For ordinary holders, though, preparation is key. Knowing where and how to exchange could make the difference between catching the best rates or missing out. Market silence. And what it might mean strangely, mainstream media has remained silent about these developments, even as markets move in unusual ways. That silence can mean one of two things. Either they're waiting for confirmation, or they've been asked to hold back coverage until governments are ready to make things public. It wouldn't be the first time. Back in 2009, when global currency interventions were underway, media coverage lagged behind insider movements by several days. History may be repeating itself. What investors should be doing now if you're holding Iraqi dinar or Vietnamese Dong, this is the time for calm, focus, and preparation, not panic. Here's what you should do. 1. Stay organized. Keep all documentation, receipts, and proof of purchase in one place. 2. Have a plan. Know which banks or exchange centers you'll use and confirm their procedures. 3. Consult a financial advisor. Make sure you understand tax implications and the process of currency exchange. 4. Don't speculate wildly. Until official confirmation, stay grounded. Because if, and it's still an if, this event happens, the window of opportunity may be small and the prepared will benefit most. The global ripple effect if these signals are correct. A dual revaluation of the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese Dong could trigger ripples across every major asset class. Gold and silver could spike as investors hedge against volatility. The US dollar could fluctuate as markets rebalance. Even cryptocurrencies could surge as newly wealthy investors diversify their holdings. This wouldn't just be a regional story. It would be a global financial event, reshaping how nations trade, how investors allocate assets, and how wealth flows for years to come. The bigger picture, a global reset. Think about what a strong dinar symbolizes: Iraq's return to economic stability and sovereignty. It would send a clear message that Iraq is no longer a post-war economy, but a rising power in global energy markets. Meanwhile, Vietnam's emergence as an economic powerhouse would signal the shift of manufacturing and capital away from China, accelerating global supply chain diversification. Together, these moves could quietly mark the beginning of a new chapter in global finance, where old hierarchies are challenged and new players take the stage. Final thoughts, so, are we really hours away from a historic revaluation? Or are we witnessing another false dawn in a long cycle of anticipation? No one can say for sure, but all signs suggest we're closer than ever before. The smart money is moving, the systems are pausing, and insiders are talking. Whether it's tonight, tomorrow, or next week, one truth remains: this story is far from over. Stay alert, stay informed, and stay prepared, because if the switch flips, the world's financial map could look very different by this time tomorrow. Thanks for watching Iraqi Dinar News Today, your trusted source for real, clear, and timely updates on global currency developments. If you found this report valuable, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe so you don't miss the next major alert. Because when the revaluation happens, you'll want to be among the first to know. Until next time, stay ready and stay hopeful. The next 24 hours could change everything. Disclaimer: the information provided on Iraqi Dinar News Today is for educational and informational purposes only. We do not provide financial, investment, or trading advice. All content shared on this channel is based on publicly available data and personal opinions. Viewers are advised to do their own research and consult a licensed financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Iraqi Dinar News Today is not affiliated with any government agency, bank, or financial institution.